Good evening. This is Dialest, although the judge says my name is Jeffrey. I'm going to be showing you another command line program that I have written for the course that I'm taking. This time, it is a fictional storefront for a store that has its inventory managed by a MySQL database. Let's take a look at the schema that we're using. The schema is the set of commands and queries that are used to get information from and add information to the database. I am going to start us all over from the very beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the database and just dump it all in the ocean like it meant nothing to me at all. And then I will create this database. And then I'm going to add some tables to it. The first table I'm going to add is the departments table. That's going to be in the Amazon database, and every item in it is going to have an ID. That's non-negotiable. Everything's got to have an ID. You have to have papers if you want to be in the country. And then every department will have a name in the description. We're adding this first because our products that we're going to be selling have to belong to databases. As I add each one of these, you'll see down here that things are successfully going through. They better, because I've done them quite a bit. Now I'm going back into that database and inserting into departments these handful of departments. You'll see that we're going to be selling some video game systems and accessories, as well as NES and Super Nintendo games. Just to confirm that that all worked, first of all, I didn't get an error down there, but second of all, I can use this select query, which will generate a list for me, a table of all the things that I've got in there. Now that the departments exist, we're going to add the items. Items have quite a bit of information. We have their ID, also non-negotiable, their name and description, how much they cost the customer, how much they cost the company. Now, this number is not per unit. That's overall how much this item has cost the company to buy. How many we have in stock, the amount that we sold, and then which department it belongs to. And you can see that this department number actually corresponds then with the ID in the departments table. So we're going to go ahead and create that table here. And there it is. And then we're going to dump some stuff into here. Again, we're going to use Amazon. We're going to stick it in the products table. We're going to be defining the name, the description, the price, the overhead cost for the initial stock quantity, as well as what department it belongs to by ID number. You'll see that we're going to have some Nintendos and Super Nintendos and controllers and some video games. And there we are. Those numbers are not accurate. I do not, in fact, own 8 regular Nintendos or 5 Super Nintendos. And these are not necessarily the prices that I believe that we would get or sell them for. But they've been added there just to verify that. We'll take a look here. And behold, those items are all where I want them to be. You'll see that we just have the department number over here and not their names. If I wanted to look at their names, I'd have to get the name from the department table, which I can do if I'm joining those two together. So we can look here using the database. I'm going to select all of the values from products and make sure that I am joining the products and departments table on the lines where the department of the product and the department ID match, so that it knows what goes to what. And here we can see, I'm going to pull up this big list with all this information. You can see that the Super Nintendo has its name and description, price, cost, quantity, how many of them we've sold, what department belongs to. You'll see it's 1 for both of these, and that department's name is systems, which is where home and handheld game consoles go. You might notice that we have no gross whatsoever. Well, we had just thrown the whole store into the ocean, and this is a brand new store. So we haven't sold anything yet, so it's only natural for the gross to be 0. All right, and then these other things are things I used and tested while working on this program. Now, this program is actually 3 separate files. They're because we need to be accessed by customers so they can buy things. We need to be accessed by managers who can add inventory to the stock and also introduce new items to the stock. And then an overreaching supervisor dictator who can add whole new departments as well as view how much money we're losing. Because we haven't solved anything yet. So we've got 3 separate files for these. Let's go into the customer file first here. So we're going to run this here node. Our store, of course, is the customer. So we're initially presented with, first of all, we're told that we did successfully connect, which was necessary. We can see that we have been given a list of all of the items in inventory in the order of their ID number. We've got their names, their descriptions, their prices, how many are available, and what department they belong to. So I'm going to want to buy some games, but first I need a system to play it on. So I am going to enter the ID of a Nintendo Entertainment System, which is 1. It will then confirm that I have, in fact, ordered the thing that I want and not fat fingered it. It will ask me if that's what I want. I say yes. It's going to ask how many of them I want. Well, I only want 1 because it's as talented as I am. I can only play 1 at a time. So there we are. It tells me that that will cost me $49.99. It hasn't charged me yet, though. I have to confirm that I want it. When I do say that I want it, I say yes. It informs me that my order has been sent, and it thanks me for my purchase because it's a very polite store. Now, if we go back in there, we'll see that the stock has decreased. The price hasn't changed, but the stock has decreased. So what has happened is that in addition to me having the satisfaction of knowing that a Nintendo is in my fictional possession, we have gone into the database and informed it, please reduce the stock quantity of the item in row 1 by the one that we purchased. Now, that's not going to do me a lot of good, just a Nintendo. I'm going to need some controllers. That's item 3. I'm going to say yes, that I do want that. I need 2 controllers because I do have friends. And as you can see, instead of the cost of 1, which is $8, it will cost me 16. And so we'll say yes. Probably should get a game as well real quick here. Let's grab me some Super Mario Brothers. And I should add that I can't get cute and whatever I want to. It won't allow that, or a number that's not valid. There are not 78 items in the store, so it won't let me do that. Right now, we're looking at item 6. We can see this is Super Mario, cost me $3. The quantity in stock is 23 because it's a very common game. It's the original hit platformer featuring Mario. Obviously not the first game with Mario in it, but the first one that is an action-adventure platformer. So don't fight with me. Yes, that's what I want. I want 1. I can't play more than 2. I do want that. And there we go. If I decided for whatever reason that I was like, yeah, let's get Mega Man, and then I'm like, no, Mega Man sucks, and hit no, I will go back. I have the option to make other choices. However, Mega Man is awesome, so we do need to make sure that we're grabbing that one as well. Of course, no will also back it out. All right, so all of that was done by accessing the database through queries. You can see that similar queries as to the ones that were found in this, these are also found here, and that is the customer program. I'll show you the other 2 in just a minute.